What's going on, everyone? So in today's video I'm going to talk about the best Yu-Gi-Oh decks to play when you don't know what deck to play. This is a common question in the community where people always ask, Chris, what deck should I play in this format? Because I don't know what to play in, to be frank. I got a tournament coming up, locals, regionals, and or YCS, and I just don't know what I should throw together. And my answer I always give people is to just simply play the deck you know the most. For example, I myself know decks like Heroes, Spirals, Monarchs, off the top of my head, because I played them decks forever, Gadgets even. So if I was to go to an event right now, and I've had zero play testing with any other deck or format, I'm just gonna take those decks and go towards the event. Reason being, because I know what I'm doing with those decks and I'm less likely to play error. The biggest issue a lot of players have when they go to set events, they always make mistakes with the deck. They either misplay, they mess up on the rulings, they don't know how to play out of certain situations. I mean, the list can go on for there. So if you have a deck like, let's say Heroes, I know off the top of my head, if you have a deck that you know you can play like that, everything's gonna come natural. Even if you lose 9 times out of 10, you're gonna do 10 times better with a deck you know how to play versus a deck you don't know how to play. Now, granted, this all goes based on your own personal learning curve as well. Me, since I've been playing card games for a while, I probably can pick up a deck within a day or two, depending on how much practice I get with said deck. Like if it's something easy, like a Zodiac, like something that's not too intricate, but once you learn the base combos are good, like Spirals even, or even like Pendulum Magicians. If it's something that's straightforward and not too linear, where you have no combo after combo after combo, you may be able to push through the event based on the power creep and the power curve of the deck. But the deck does have a huge learning curve, so once you go to round 4, 5, and 6 and play against people who actually know what they're doing with the deck, you're more than likely to do well. I mean, you're more likely gonna scrub out than do well, versus if you take a deck you already knew. If you make it past the first 3 rounds against some pretty challenging players, for one, you probably just reinvented the meta because you took a deck you already knew, winded it up into something different, and moved forward, and you're actually able to beat the meta. This is how me personally, I was able to innovate a lot back in the day, back in 2013, 2014 with Gadgets, because I kept refining my deck because I knew the deck the most. And the best thing about playing decks like that, people do not know how to play against you. So for one, they're not gonna have side deck cards for you, and for two, once you finish your combo, they ask you what does that do. And I've always had a catchphrase on my team: if people gotta ask you what the card does or what the deck do, they're 9 times out of 10 gonna lose because they're so unprepared for it. Now, another way to choose a deck for a set event is always tell people, if you don't have a deck to play, let's say for example you have a deck you like to play, but you don't know what deck to play out of the ones you like to play. Let's say for example you have Mermaids, Spirals, but you haven't played in forever and you want to go to a new event. The other best deck to play is something degenerate. Now, I personally hate degenerate decks. Like I hate things like Chamber, and I hate things like Domain Monarchs. Even though I play Domain Monarchs, I hate the decks, but I play them because what? They're degenerate and they're easy to play, meaning in a 10 to 12 round event or even a 9 round event, you're less prone to effing those decks up. Because think about it. Really, real talk, how can you mess up with Monarchs? You play your Monarch, you play your Domain, you pass. They don't have the out, you win, right? Same thing goes for Heroes. I'll admit, Heroes is a very degenerate deck. No one's discrediting that. You play your Dark Law, you set your back row. If your opponent can't out your back row, it's GG, no reading. So I always advocate, if people don't have a deck at all and they don't know what deck they're good with, or if they're just new to Yu-Gi-Oh and they don't know what deck to play, just pick up something degenerate, because you're better off picking up a deck that's you have easy play steps, that's degenerate and dumb, and learn the game mechanics of the current format you're in, versus trying to use something that's super intricate and you're just gonna scrub out. And once again, it also goes back to your basic learning curve of how good you are at learning and picking up things. Because for better or for worse, everyone's not going to be as swift and good-minded at playing strategy games. It takes time. Some people have, I'm not gonna say learning issues. I mean, there are people out here with learning issues and learning disabilities, but even outside of that, some people just can't pick up things as quick as others. Like, I'm the type of person, I can't pick up things as fast as others, but when I pick it up, I master it. Versus some people who might pick up something and they don't master it. But ultimately, guys, when it comes down to picking the best deck for a set event when you don't know what to play, always remember two things. Either you're gonna play the deck you know the most, the deck that you have the most experience with, or you're gonna play something very degenerate because it's just gonna help you get by the event, and then after the event, for your next event, you guys would definitely know what you wanna do. So with all that being said, post your thoughts and opinions about this video in the comment section down below. Smash that like button and subscribe if you're having, if you're new here. I'm uploading videos as much as I can during the week, as many times during the week. For you guys that are veteran fans of the channel, you might know the scenery is different. I'm at my girl's crib right now, so, you know, doing videos on the casting couch, you know, there's a lot of magic happening, you know what I'm saying, But in all serious though, yeah. At my girl's crib, my family and my son, they're sleeping, so I can't be super loud because this is an apartment building. And yeah, change the scenery, very comfortable. So yeah, man, yeah, that's pretty much it. Innovation Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm signing out. Peace.